God will provide the solution. Our benevolent God will provide in the best possible way, but we need to be very patient and careful. You see, often when people are impatient in unraveling a spool of thread, they only manage to tangle it even more. God disentangles patiently. Things won't be like this for long. God will sweep it all away. Around 1830, when a large contingent of the Turkish army was on the Holy Mountain, for a period of time there were no monks in the monastery of Iveron. All the fathers had left, some with the holy relics, others to help in the Greek Revolution. Only one monk would come from afar to the monastery to light the vigil oil lamps and sweep. As the Turkish troops were both inside and outside the monastery, this poor monk would sweep and say, "My Panagia, what is going to happen with this situation?" One day, as he was praying to Panagia with pain in his heart, he saw a woman approaching. It was the Panagia, shining and with a radiant face. She took the broom from his hands and said to him, "Give me the broom. You don't know how to sweep well. I will sweep." She swept the floor and then disappeared into the sanctuary. All the Turks were gone in 3 days. The Panagia had sent them away. God will throw out whatever is not right, just as the eye gets rid of a foreign body. Satan may be working, but God is working too, and he will turn evil into good. Take broken tiles. God take them and turn them into a beautiful mosaic, so don't worry. God is above everything and everyone, governing all things, and will call on each of us to account for our actions, and we will each receive our just reward. Those who aided others will be rewarded, and those who caused harm will be punished. Ultimately, God will order things aright, but each one of us will have to account for what we did during these difficult years, with our prayers and kindnesses. Faith is under attack today. The stones of faith are being removed one by one to bring down the edifice. But we are all responsible for this destruction. Not just those who remove the stones and destroy the building, but also those of us who sit back and watch the building fall and do nothing to shore it up. Whoever pushes someone toward evil will be held accountable to God. But our neighbor will also be held accountable for seeing this evil done to a fellow human being and from doing nothing about it. People easily believe someone who has the gift of persuasion. People Gironda are like wild beasts. I have no complaints against wild beasts. You see, animals cannot do much harm as they lack the ability to think. Whereas a man who wanders far from God becomes worse than the wildest beast. He can do so much damage. The strongest vinegar is made from spoiled wine. The other artificial vinegars are not as strong. The worst of all is when the devil forms an alliance with a perverse human being. That's when he can do twice as much harm. Just like carnal thoughts, when they ally themselves with the flesh, they do the greatest harm to the flesh. For the devil to work with such a person, he must be of some importance. He, too, must have evil intentions and be evil himself. Then, God forbid, these people will cause great harm. They will tread on others, harm monasteries. The church and monasticism will be a threat to them because they will upset their plans. The present situation can only be confronted spiritually, not in a worldly manner. The storm will worsen, discarding more trash and junk, but then everything will be sorted out. That's when you will see some receiving their fair share and others paying their debt. things will work out in such a way that no one will be complaining over the misfortunes they will experience. But needless to say, neither will they be saying, "Glory be to you, O God." Oh, how God truly loves us. The things that are going on now, and the things people are planning on doing if they had occurred 20 years earlier. When people had greater spiritual ignorance, the situation would have been far worse. Now people are more aware, the church has become stronger, God loves people, they are His creation, and He will provide for all their needs as long as they believe and observe His commandments.